Well, hello there. This is Mr. Gary Pooh, and what you're looking at here is a clock radio that I'd bought a couple of weeks ago, or a little over a week ago. This is an Electrobrand. I'll show you the top. I just took it apart because this is a very interesting radio, and I'll tell you the reason why. I guess I could kind of shove that on there like that. It's a little Electrobrand, very 1970-ish. No internet information on this radio whatsoever. This is the, I don't know if I can do this upside down without, let's see if I can see that. What is the model number? 4449. There it is, upside down. Model 4449. And this is an AM/FM clock radio. And I took it apart because the digital clock wasn't working, or at least it wasn't illuminated, and I found out what's very interesting about this is a mechanical digital readout, and I've never seen one of these before. Right here is the two backlights. I don't know if you can see them very well. Turn on some lamp here, and if you see back there, just two little light bulbs. And if you look inside, you can see, if I can get the camera to focus on there, if you look up right back in there, see those little levers? Those turn, they move. It's a mechanical digital readout that's backlit, and each one of those numbers has that little lever that turns and changes the number. And then it illuminates it from the back. So if I go from the back here, let's see if I can do this. And I can show you the front when it's illuminated, because you can actually see. You can see there. Very good. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can get this to illuminate. You may not be able to see it. It's probably not even in focus. But let's see if we can get this to focus a little bit. Barely see it. You're probably not going to see the... Oh, there you go. Okay, so you can see right there. That is the digital readout when it's backlight. It's about the best I can do, I think, with this thing. Oh, there's the other one. I don't know if you can see that. Oops. Okay, there's the number 3. And if I stick the light behind it, you can see it kind of illuminates. And anyway, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to illuminate those little numbers in the back. But unfortunately, I don't have... do this upside down, right side up. What am I doing here? I think I'm doing this. Oops. Sorry about that. I just ate, so I kind of burped. Anyway, so mechanical, and right down in there, if you can see, if it's going to focus, you can see the motor moving. And those little levers down there move around. You can see it's kind of moving a little bit. But yeah, it's got a mechanical motor in there that does everything. Moves the mechanism around. Yeah, you can see it kind of turning right there, that little metal piece going really slow. And it moves all those little levers in there. And then it changes the time. Really, really weird, trippy radio. And then also the radio itself, of course, this little band on here. Guess I probably don't need to shine the light on there, maybe. This is kind of loose. And inside here, we've got some sliders. The radio works really well. There's nothing wrong with that. You see this little... Oh gosh, I don't know if I can do this. This is probably going to be kind of crazy, but right down there, see that round band right there? That is the tuner, and it's basically a plastic band that turns, and that's your tuning. And I will show you and demonstrate that. There's your buttons on the top for the FM and AM. Slider, tone control, volume. The speaker is up on the top. So I'll show you, turn this off. And then when I turn it, we're going to turn this radio around so you can see it. Now the light works for the illumination of the tuner. And you can see the tuner right there. Now watch as I turn this. This thing here slips. This is the tuning knob. And there's a string down there, and the string just slips. So I do definitely have issues with that. I'm going to have to pull the string off and tighten it without breaking it, and then restring it. But if I turn it, you can see the band move back and forth.
That's what
That ticking sounds from my phone.
Should be excited.
And then we have FM.
Necessary changes that keep us on track for his purpose. This is life change.
Turn this up a little bit. Bring the speaker over here.
On tomorrow's program, how much do we understand about God's grace?
Okay,
and
there we
just
go.
how important is it? Pastor
can hear
Mark
it
says
better.
grace will turn you inside.
There's our FM.
getting the best value and quality for the price. If you want the very classic diamond, our
That's, I don't know, this tuner's probably way
the
off.
fire and brilliance of it.
We have tickets to give away.
Sparkle.
And you lost.
And it has a tone control.
You take all my inhibitions, baby. There's nothing holding me.
1-1. Again, thanks for tuning in.
So yeah, I got your tune, or your volume control up here. It needs to be clean. That's my slide. Volume control. And then this thing here is a little dirty too. It kind of distorts, and then I press it really hard. That's for the AM. Let's see if we can get the AM going here.
55 games.
There we go.
55. That sounds good to me. Yeah, 55. And
There's our tone.
another question.
Yes.
So anyway, the radio is working fine. The tuner is a little screwed up on the band, but this plastic tuner band, which has two reels on each side. There's a take-up reel, and then there's another take-up reel on the other side. So it turns. It's a little hard to turn. It's a little tight. That might be a reason why that string's a little stretched out, because this thing is not very free. It's very hard to tune, even when I'm tuning it from the direct wheel up on the tuner of the circuit board. It seems to be a little cumbersome to tune. I can feel it, but it really tunes hard. So I think that's the reason why you can feel like the string feels extremely loose. So I think if I take this string off, cut it back, and then stretch it, because if I stretch this back over here, if I kind of hit it with my finger, kind of stretch that like that, then this wheel will start working. This little tuning knob starts to work better if I put some tension on it. So I'm definitely going to have to figure out how to restring this to where it's tighter and it pulls tighter on this. Then it'll get better grip, and then we'll be able to tune this much better. But as far as the clock is concerned, I think the clock works okay. Although I hear a little bit of something loose in there. If it sounds like it's in the clock, but it sounds like, I don't know if that's the switches in the front. Might be. It almost sounds like something was loose flopping around inside, but anyway, I don't know. But it's still a really weird, really a strange and interesting radio. Never seen anything like this. This is definitely a 1970s. Interesting build. Never seen an actual mechanical digital clock like this. I've seen the flip ones that had the little flippy mechanical digital clocks of the early 70s. Sometimes you find those, but one that actually has a backlit display that's mechanical, I think is really quite fascinating. Engineering behind it. It's just really weird. All these little levers that change the numbers. And you got these two backlights which are not working. I'm definitely gonna have to replace those. I think they're just burned out. Or find out if I'm getting any power through here. And find out. I don't have a schematic for this. And this radio, there's just no information online that has any information on this model. I looked it up and I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked up Electrobrand, I looked up the number, the model number didn't exist. It's this really weird, strange clock, like radio that just a rare find, I guess. I don't know, it's just really strange. But anyways, it works. Definitely works. It seems like the radio's got good reception. AM works really well. The FM seems to pull in stations quite well. There's our FM coiled antenna coiled around the AC cord for your FM, and then there's our AM ferret bar antenna there. So, anyways, just a strange radio. I'm gonna try to fix this. Definitely replace those lamps, and I'm gonna see if I can get this cord tight. And maybe I'll come back with another video when I got it working right. But I just wanted to share this with you. And if anybody out there watches this video has any idea or knows any links or to schematics for this, or if anybody out there has ever found one of these, maybe you can let me know in the comments below, because I'd really like to get more information on this radio. It looks like it'll be a pretty decent easy fix. It's just that dial string is going to be a little tricky without messing it up. I have to be really careful when tightening it or stretching it, because it's pretty stretched out. But if I can maybe remove it from the spring in this loop and just restring the loop and make this tighter on the spring and try to like tighten it and give it more tension, that would help with this knob from slipping, and I'll be able to tune the stations in. So other than that, I think this would be a cool little radio. It's just it's a weird, strange looking radio. I mean, you just look at it. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's got a very interesting dial on it, and then just getting this illuminated for the time. But at least I know that the time does work. And I was kind of curious when I noticed that there's no illumination on the time. I thought, I wonder if that's a backlit LCD display, but it's not liquid crystal. It's basically a mechanical device that has little shutters in it that open and close the different fonts on the readout. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. You know, it's an actual mechanical motor, the little mechanical doodads in there that move around. And that's what I found out that was just like really caught my interest in this radio. You know, I've never seen a radio design like this before. Very, very weird. But anyway, I will work on this and try to get this to work, and then see what happens from there. Anyway, this is just a short little video. I guess I'll let you guys go. Thank you for watching. Join my channel if you do wish to do so, and I appreciate it. And take care, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.